The Dallas Mavericks defeated the OKC Thunder 104 to 92 to take game 5. Now they're up 3-2. This was a huge win by the Dallas Mavericks, especially after they had lost game 4 at home. So it seemed like the Thunder had the momentum coming into this game, that they were able to tie the series 2-2, having game 5 on their home court. You would think everything was going to go their way. But Luka Doncic had, I would say, his best game of the series, where he looked like his normal self. And he hasn't looked like his normal self in a while. His mobility was great in this game. I didn't notice any knee problems like he was having the past several games. His lift on his jump shots were much better. Just, he looked like his regular self that we've seen from the regular season. He looked healthy in this game, which is a great sign if you're a Mavericks fan. I don't know if the Mavericks have found some treatment that's working on him to get him loose for these games, but he looked great in this game, and it really showed. Just, he was doing it all. He was getting inside the paint for easy buckets. He was hitting his three-point shot. He was setting up other guys for easy buckets, easy dunks. He had several lobs to Lively in this game. Just it was an incredible sight to watch. When Luka is on, it's a pretty exciting thing to see. So I was actually happy to see him playing really great. I'm not a Mavs fan or a Thunder fan. I just like to see great players do their thing. So he was great. And what was interesting, Kyrie Irving had like another quiet game, only 12 points, 4 assists, 5-11 shooting. These are solid numbers if you're a role player, but not if you're a star player like Kyrie. But it didn't matter in this game. I would also say Kyrie hit a lot of timely shots when it really mattered, so he came through in that regard. But I wonder if at one point in time in the series going forward, will Kyrie have to have a big game for the Mavericks to win, or can he just get away by playing grinded out basketball and get another win where he doesn't have a game where he scores 20 or more? That'll be interesting to see. They could eke out the next game at home in Dallas without him playing big, but I think that all hinges on Luka remaining in this form that he was in this game. Now, when I look at the Thunder, they shot poorly in this game, 42% overall from the field, 42.5 actually, still pretty bad. I would say 25% from three, and that really to me is the story of the game. The Mavericks were able to crowd the paint area and dare the Thunder to shoot open threes, and they couldn't punish the Mavericks for that strategy. It definitely showed in this game. They were missing a lot of wide open threes and three-point shots that were not really contested. They just couldn't convert on it. They all shot poorly as a team from three, except for Shea. He shot 2 of 4, so he was shooting pretty good from three, but the rest of the team was trash. So that's a huge issue. The other thing I've noticed is Shea had a very efficient game, 30 points, 12 of 22 shooting. You can't complain about that. He even had 8 assists. But even with his playmaking and everything, the offense was very stagnant. It didn't see that they had good ball movement, getting other guys involved. Just, I didn't see no flow on their end. It was just mainly ISO plays, really, for the most part, which didn't really benefit their overall team. Shea was the only one able to score in these ISOs, but the rest of his team just couldn't do nothing. That's something that they're going to have to fix somehow going forward. They had to find ways to make their offense flow, because if they continue to play this ISO-like basketball, the Mavericks are going to win the series. It already looks like the Mavericks are going to take this series now. I had them originally winning the series before it started, but their season could be over as soon as Saturday in Game 6 in Dallas if they don't fix their offensive problems. They have got to find a way to get other guys involved. They can't rely on this ISO stagnant offense. It's not going to pay off for them. I'm trying to see if there's anything else when I look at this, but that's something that they're going to have to work on. And I would say someone else besides Shea is going to have to step up big time the next game. They're going to need at least 20 points from someone else. that person's gonna have to step out. I don't know who that's gonna be. I'd say Chet has not looked impressive in this series overall. They could use a big game from him, but it's not given he's gonna have one. Yeah, I just look at the rest of his team. Maybe Jalen Williams will come through. Josh Giddey has been terrible for them in the series. That's another thing. You wonder what their coach is going to do because he decided to bench him in this game instead of starting him. And Giddey was solid off the bench, 11 points, 5 of 8 shooting, so you can't complain. But you have to wonder, is this strategy going to backfire the next game? Great, it didn't help this game. Or will he start Giddey the next game? So I guess those are questions. But I see Dallas closing this game out in Dallas. I don't have anything else to say about this.